Move this down. Checking. No type, no phrase. I'm meant to be taking a break from Blissey. Kingdra's good. I do like Kingdra. I also really like Resto Chesto. Kingdra 2. Let me think about it. Is Blissey Kingdra a reliable enough backbench? It's a backbench that Blissey isn't. Blissey's a natural cure. I wonder if that matters in my decision. I do think this Blissey is unreasonably effective against most special attackers. If you just ignore the moves, Sing and Attract, be reliable. You only really need. I mean, Seismic Toss Substitute is basically the castle set. The other moves are assistance. Nidoqueen's a much more reliable take than Charizard. I take Nidoqueen. I don't really have a good Earthquake switch in. Maybe a reason to point towards. Nidoqueen, Kingdra, Charizard. I want it. Blissey basically resists electric and water. I do quite like the Nidoqueen Blissey combination. Nidoqueen's not. It's not fast. It's not slow either. I also don't want to overthink this. It's only round 5. There's just no way I'm leaving King. I can lead with Kingdra. Kingdra really doesn't run away from many things. If there is something exceptionally, especially bulky. Well, I'm not getting any closer to making a decision. Let's take. I think in close situations we can overthink what counters what, but I think we take the two best Pokemon. And the better lead by far is Kingdra. And then we take what I feel like adds the most. Yeah, I think I'll take that. I'm happy enough with this. It's all right. But I need to remember I'm doing the buddy. Kingdra. Blissey. Nidoqueen. Charizard. Alakazam. Golduck, wasn't it? So nothing is likely because it is free-spirited. I don't go for anything else to add, really. I keep clicking, I keep forgetting the touchscreen is inactive. Okay, so it's Porygon 2. Does the buddy think anything is that likely to appear because of that? Got Jolteon, Typhlosion, Dugtrio. So, not really. Everything is pretty much at its background rate. Well, Kingdra is going to pre-hit KO Porygon 2 with Surf. Porygon 2 is very likely to Thunder Wave though. And I'm thinking, because of that, is it worth just going to Nidoqueen? Because Solar Beam will barely do 40% to Nidoqueen, I'm sure. Nidoqueen's probably healing most of that back with Earthquake. Yeah, I think we're swapping. Indeed, we do not take damage. I'm expecting Earthquake to be a 2-hit KO. Yeah, you've just wasted. So Walrein in next. Does that tell us anything about what's in last? No. Basically tells us nothing. That's fine. So Walrein 2 is probably going to 2-hit KO us with Ice Beam. It's going to do around 60-70%. We're going to do around 40% with Rock Slide. Don't desperately want to go to Blissey though, even on an Ice Beam. It does open up the door to Curse and Double Team. In these situations, I do like bringing the opponent down. It is quite worthwhile to get it down below 70%. It changes the AI's decision to Double Team or Curse quite considerably, and we are fast in this Walrein. So I think we're just going to Rock Slide once and then probably get out of here. Well, crit is very useful. The crit has done so much that I wonder if it's worth just using Earthquake now. I think so. After a Curse, Earthquake doesn't do any... Walrein's Earthquake doesn't do more than Ice Beam still, so we'll just take us out of Earthquake, I think. And it's Blaziken in last. So I'll fill that in because Buddy does this thing where it automatically can send these next battle to autofill. In terms of Blaziken itself, it's going to feint to Earthquake no matter what, I'm sure. So let's click next battle. Water type, slow and steady. ALV. I'm testing out this buddy thing that the Gen 3 players use. Water type, slow and steady. So Golduck, Tentacle, Slowking, Quagsire, apparently most common. It doesn't tell me that much. I mean, I knew that these would. Golduck 2, of course, has slow and steady moves. Do I want any of those? I mean, Walrein 2 is an interesting option because I was going to say because it offers something slightly different to Kingdra, but it doesn't really. I think I'd rather have Kingdra. The open slot is definitely the Nidoqueen slot. I mean, Nidoqueen doesn't have to stay on the team. Kingdra and Blissey are already the two carries, and between them they handle a very large part of the meta. And if they wanted anything in slot 3, it would be something that isn't weak to fighting, which is part of why I originally wanted Nidoqueen. I just don't think Walrein is good enough. The Porygon 2 set 2 is not awful. It's a Sunny Beam set with Recover, but it more importantly it has Thunder Wave. It's Thunder Wave support for Blissey, which isn't bad. The thing is, Blissey doesn't love Thunder Wave support because Blissey's running Sing anyway. Let me just think about this. I mean, against a water type specialist, do I want to get rid of? Do I want to get rid of Nidoqueen just because it's ground type into a water type specialist? Maybe. I do think Kingdra and Blissey are very well positioned to water anyway. So I don't feel a great pressure to switch. And although Nidoqueen is slow, not that slow. Let me just mute for a second. Don't like the IV bug, yeah. I think it's. I'm caught. I don't know. I've back before I knew a lot about the decomp stuff. I did think Gen 3 was more fun because it is a lot easier. It's a lot easier to get a streak going. You have a massive advantage, really. I mean, a 15 IV Nidoqueen is quite a considerable gap. You know, we're talking about 7 speed point advantage. I really don't think. The more I think about it, the more I think I don't want to switch. Because even the I get it. I think what's my criticism of Gen 4. Yeah, my criticism of Gen 4 is that some things are basically untakeable, and Gen 3 is kind of the opposite, where if it's in your draft, you can probably take it. I think the IV advantage is so massive; it's almost 100 base stat advantage when you're at 31 IVs. There are a few things like you still want a free IV Metagross and stuff, but you are at the mercy of your draft in Gen 3 for certain. I don't think. I'm trying to think. I could take Walrein. Just not that interested. I could also take Porygon because it's got a Sunny Beam set, but I think Porygon's a bit of a joke. I don't think we're going to swap. See what's out. Tentacruel. Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. Tentacruel can't touch us. It's got Toxic, but we have Rest. Does this affect what's in the back? No, it just makes everything a bit less likely. Yeah, so just a bit of information as water type in the back. So we're probably going to 5-hit KO with Dragon Breath, which seems fine on the surface of it. If Blissey was wasn't Serene Grace, we could send in Blissey against this. We can't really send a Nidoqueen because Nidoqueen is slower than Tentacruel. Tentacruel is base 100 speed. So I think that only leaves slowly wailing this down. We should be in absolutely no danger. We don't really want to kill this when I'm poisoned. I also don't really want to be confused. Yeah, let's take the rest. You don't get to move. I really don't want Kingler to crit here. I think I'll switch. I'll switch to Nidoqueen because it will never use Surf in this position. It's probably going to Toxic or Giga Drain, and Nidoqueen has an easy kill. And Nidoqueen is not that useful against a back Psychic one anyway. Back Water one anyway. Yeah, this is gone. It's Blastoise next. It's not a surprise. That fills up the slow and steady slightly. So yeah, there's no information really on what the last one is. So Blastoise, we might drop to Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump probably does around 90%. It probably does, you know, around 170, which is about what our health is right now. We do heal off Shell Bell though, so I think we probably do beat this Blastoise. Not sure if I want to risk it though. This Blastoise 2 set does run Brick Break, and Brick Break will free shot Blissey, I'm sure. So we could go back to Kingdra because this is the grass. This is the water type. We know that Kingdra is going to be at its most useful against the water type. And Kingdra can't be. I'm sure Kingdra will be fine against this. It should be able to rest Loop easily because Blastoise is never going to free shot Kingdra. If we paralyze, it's probably over. Yeah, okay, it's probably already over. Yeah, so Mega Kick does decent damage. It does around 40 to 50. That's not bad. I think I'll take another Dragon Breath. We don't care about Torrent. I don't think Dragon Breath will kill from here, but if it does, that's fine. If it doesn't, we'll take the opportunity to rest. Yeah, that's fine. So it can keep Mega Kicking, but at some point it's either going to miss or crit. So it didn't miss at all. Great. So much for low accuracy, but we have brought it down low enough that Nidoqueen does take it out. Now we see what's third. Sceptile. Okay. So our Sceptile will survive Aerial Ace, but it's not going to do anything meaningful back. We are opposite gendered, so we do get hit by a track. That's a little bit annoying, and we are of course slower than Sceptile. The Sceptile can't really touch. It can't touch Blissey, so we're not at any risk of losing here. And that was a big hit. So Overgrow Leaf Blade crit does kill Nidoqueen, but Blissey doesn't care. So next battle again. Rock type, high risk, high return. Aggron is apparently almost 50%, so is Aerodactyl. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, Aggron would be a bit of a problem, so I'm sure Kingdra drops Aggron in one hit with Surf, and of course Nidoqueen will drop it in one hit with Earthquake as well. Aerodactyl, slightly more annoying, it will of course be faster. I'd like Aggron to show up, I wouldn't like Aerodactyl to show up that badly. Rhydon and Golem both be completely fine, obviously. Although Nidoqueen wouldn't be able to take it out of Earthquake, I'm sure that Kingdra will take it out with Surf, both of those. Then likely opponents, it looks like we do not have that much information. And then it's, yeah, so the buddy is saying that 2 of these are quite likely. And then the third is probably a random set, which makes sense. We know it's High-Risk High-Return, and oh god, I don't want to get. I think there's nothing I can do against Quick Claw or anything. So again, do I want to swap? Do I want to take any of those? Tentacle would be pretty nice. I don't mind Tentacle. I don't desperately mind Sceptile even. I do feel a little bit of pressure. I'm not super familiar with the swapping rules, but I am aware that you are meant to swap a bit more than I like to. I like to stick with teams, to be honest. Yeah, Sceptile would be a nice addition. What we're taking Tentacle is that Blissey is not immortal. It only has leftovers for recovery. And if there is a random electric type, that is bad news. It also has heavy overlap with Kingdra. Although I would definitely take 2 Kingdras. It's not as good as Kingdra is. What it does offer though is Toxic. And then Blissey can come in and help stall out the Toxic. Another option is that I get rid of Blissey, I suppose. Because Blissey does not like facing these mons. These mons are all going to... they're definitely going to threaten to 2-shot Blissey. The stronger ones, you know, Rhydon will... Earthquake's going to 2-shot Blissey, I'm sure. Aggron won't be able to 2-shot Blissey, but it will be a 3-shot. Same with Aerodactyl. I was going to stick. I can't help but think. I just feel all the time that swapping is just often disaster. Okay, we do have Rhydon. Well, that's fine because we definitely one-shot this with Surf. Problem is that this has a Quick Claw. Yeah, so the buddy. I've forgotten that the set information up here too, just in case I forget anything. Yeah, so Quick Claw Horndrill was bad, but there's literally nothing we can do about that. And there's no Quick Claw, so it's out. And it is Aggron next, which is not a surprise. And we know already that Surf will definitely drop Aggron. And it's got nothing that can keep it alive. No, it's a random third. Victory Bell, okay. So Victory Bell, we might be able to one-shot with... Oh, I misclicked. We might be able to one-shot this with Ice Beam, I said, but we won't find out now because we'll definitely finish off. God, I keep forgetting that I'm playing on speed up and my A button is bound to the keyboard. It's very easy to overclick. It's a 4th battle. Click next. No type, slow and steady. Does that tell us anything? No. Ooh, Mischievous is quite likely, apparently. That makes sense. Do you know it's a slow and steady hint? 15% is a lot, though. I mean, there's a lot of possible opponents. I wouldn't have expected it to be that high. We once again face similar question. Do we want any of those? I really don't want something weak to fighting. Am I really going to take Victory Bell? I mean, it's okay. It's got leftovers. It's got a sleep move. I don't like it at all. I suppose we could take Rhydon. It does hit things pretty hard. And Rhydon is never coming in on a water move from Kingdra. If I take Rhydon, I have to do the same thing I do in Gen 4, where there's so much pressure on Kingdra to stay alive. Because both Pokemon in the back would be weak to the same type, there'd be so much pressure on me to save Kingdra. If it isn't an easy matchup for Kingdra, I'd have to be switching things out. I hate doing that in the lead. Yeah, I don't think because of that, I don't think I want to switch. Victory Bell. I don't think I want you. I think I've got to stick again. I've locked myself out. I keep thinking of ways that it would just be so much worse. So it's Kang in first, Kang 2. Okay, fine. Well, we are still faster, and Surf will free shot it, and we won't be in any risk of Crush Claw with the opposite gender, so Attract won't work. It does run Rest. I don't think that matters though. I think it would have to get so lucky on drops. What I'm thinking about is, does Dragon Breath into Double Surf, is that enough to kill? Probably is. And that slightly boosts my chances, because I get the additional chance of Paralysis interfering with Rest, and also get the chance of Paralysis just interfering in general. Oh no, but it's got Lum. It's got Lum, not Chester, of course. Well, let me just put it in. That would be helpful, just in case I don't want to forget anything. Yeah, so it's got Lum, not Chester. So if I paralyze it with Thunder Breath, then that uses up its Rest Lum combination. That would be really nice. That would massively reduce the damage that Kingdra would take. I think if Crush Claw gets a defense drop on the first turn, I probably have to get out of here. I probably do have to get out of here. The whole team is female. That's good. I mean, Blissey doesn't want to face us, really. Nidoqueen can get it to waste its Lum. That's another option. Nidoqueen will take a very similar amount of damage as Kingdra. They have a very similar effective base defense HP total. And Nidoqueen probably does 2-hit, maybe slightly misses the 2-shot with Earthquake because it's only 15 IVs, it's not 31. So, yeah. I think Dragon Breath first because it's relatively riskless though. Just scout what happens. So yeah, we do waste a Lum. Rush Claw glows off. That's slightly more damage than I was expecting. I don't like that. That did 56. That's a lot. I really wasn't expecting to do much. So I guess it can free shot Kingdra. That's not good. We're probably in danger of dying to a crit now. But it should be above 70%, I'm pretty sure. Which means that it shouldn't rest, it should attack again. Problem is, this is definitely not Earthquake range. We definitely haven't done that for Earthquake. I think we want to try and get the 2-shot with Surf now. So it did get the defense drop. I think that damage slightly disappointed me. I was expecting Surf to do a lot more. I'm not confident in going for the 2-shot on Surf now, which means that probably Dragon Breath was a slight mistake. It's going to rest. I think I'd still have Nidoqueen in. Because I'm expecting Nidoqueen to do a similar amount of damage with 2 Earthquake. that Kingdra does with free serfs anyway, because Kang does have identical defense stats. Interesting, it didn't use rest. Okay. That's bad actually. Yeah, we are getting free shot by Crush Claw. I've slightly underestimated Kang here, I admit it. But the best thing we do is Earthquake. In case we do... Okay, it does go off with rest, that's fine. That just increases how much we heal. It's slightly better not to click Earthquake now, because something could switch in. Something that resists Earthquakes could switch in. It can't... Oh no, it could wake up in 2 turns, so we don't want to use Rock Slide. I was going to say that, but it could be Early Bird. So we want to go with the Air Release. Use a Marowak. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, we definitely drop to Earthquake. We are faster, but we probably do about 60% with our own Earthquake. Not quite enough damage. It's a bit frustrating actually, because Kingdra would one-shot this. I can't get it Kingdra in safely either, of course. It's always going to Earthquake. It will never Source Dance here. I could sack Blissey to get Kingdra in. Is that worth it? Is a 50 health Kingdra with Chesto ready still, and a Nidoqueen good against something in the back? Do I know anything about what's in the back? No. It's just one of these Pokemon. Really don't have much information. Yeah, Blissey would be quite good against some of these. Probably do have to sack it. Probably have to sack Nidoqueen. It's dying for nothing. Or it could... No, Blissey's slower. It wouldn't be useful, even if it get this into Seismic Toss range. I could Rock Slide. Because the damage doesn't matter. I'm sure Kingdra will finish it off with Surf no matter what. So, is there point going for a Rock Slide? If I can get 2 flinches, probably 3 flinches, then Earthquake can kill. That doesn't seem worth it. It's probably better off just going for a crit Earthquake. Yeah, I think let's go for a crit Earthquake, it's the best thing that Nidoqueen can do here. So do I want to kick Marowak? That's a good question. Do I want to take Marowak now? Maybe. Is Crobat in last? That's okay. We don't care about Crobat. We don't take much damage. The only risk of this is from Confuse Ray. We are well outside the range of dying 20 of its moves because its Giga Drain does basically nothing. And although it can set up, it will be out of PP well before Kingdra. In fact, I want to get Resto off now because I don't want to get confused and self-hit and then lose. Yeah, let's just get out of Giga Drain crit range. If I paralyze it, it's permanent. I don't think Ice Beam will two-shot this. So I might as well go for the Dragon Breath. I mean, Ice Beam definitely won't two-shot, actually. It's got leftovers. So let's try and get the paralysis off. And Ice Beam will two-shot from this range if we can hit one of them. I don't think I want to switch out. Blissey gets put on the Toxic Timer. I can't switch out, I think, unless Kingdra's poisoned. It's bad luck with the Ice Beams. But the fact that we've paralysed this means that we should always win. It should be almost riskless. Be a lot nicer to hit a move. Is there a risk that I can just lose this? Because Blissey misses everything. Blissey is, I've just realised, Blissey is faster now. So Blissey cannot get poisoned anymore. So the second that Kingdra can't be poisoned, they go straight to Blissey. Do I want to even do that? And I want to get my attacks off while this still has low evasion. That sucks. We hit one Ice Beam. It's a nice crit, but this isn't Gen 4 and we don't have the ability Sniper. We're still well outside the range where we could feint. We probably do have to rest now though. Just thinking, how bad is it if this goes to struggle? Because I'm pretty sure Blissey will out-damage Crobat with struggle. Blissey's struggle probably does around 10%, and Crobat's struggle probably does around 3% to Blissey, because Crobat has no attack investment. So Blissey wins that, assuming we can hit through evasion enough times. Okay, this could get really boring really fast. Are you really going to play Gen 3 and immediately get stuck with the Gen 3 mechanics? Okay, so it can't use Toxic this turn, because I'm already Toxic. Already poisoned. So I can come in and get my sub. Not if I'm confused, I have to get back out. Great. So let's bring Blissey back in, try and get the sub. Okay, we're going to come in on that again. Still no Philly paralysis on the Blissey switch. That's fine. It only has 4 Confuse Rays left, I think. I've been counting. That is enough to put enough pressure on Blissey, though. Okay. I suppose the more interesting question is, how much does Struggle do to Kingdra? It's probably not doing enough stealth recoil damage. I mean, I'm expecting Kingdra not to take much more than sort of 10% at max. You know, in fact, Struggle probably barely does 15 to Kingdra. Crobat is out of Giga Drain. Giga Drain has much lower PP in earlier gens. It's sitting at, it's at +6 evasion. It's used 6 level teams. So I was counting that too. God, this is awful. It still has Confuse Ray. Come on, let's miss a Confuse Ray. So it has 1 Confuse Ray left. Amazing. It means that Blissey actually has failed to come in and get a sub up. We'll have to wait for Blissey later then. Yeah, well, it's gonna... I want to rest. I want rest to actually do something. I don't want to be awake for rest. It is going to sick Toxic. Okay, it's random. It's random between Toxic and Double Team if I'm asleep. But it won't be random this turn. Is it better to Dragon Breath? Until Kingdra knows that it can uninterruptedly click Surf. I think so. Kingdra is very close to struggle now. Well, does that change it? Do I go for surf? I have to go surf, right? It's low. Oh, come on, one more. You're definitely in surf range. Thank God. I wonder if that could have been a loss. It isn't a loss in the ultra long run because, like I said, Blissey does do enough damage. It's just that it would take so long for Blissey to do enough damage. I'd be sat here for hours clicking struggle. I didn't like that. That was deeply unpleasant. No type, high risk. Does that tell us anything? Not really. Wheezing Gramble Fortress, Ursaring, Swampert, Glalie, Aggron, Aerodactyl, Ampharos, Breloom. I mean, I've been thinking about these set 2 Pokemon anyway. Yeah, so Aggron, Aerodactyl, and Co. These all drop to Surf, I'm sure. Wheezing would be totally fine too, because we've got Nidoqueen. I guess that's the question, isn't it? Do we have Nidoqueen? Do we want to swap? I could take Crobat. I think I want to. It's already quite slow gameplay. I think Marowak is an interesting choice. It's Gen 3 Marowak is so much better than Gen 4 Marowak. I did say when I first saw it, is this going to replace Nidoqueen? I think it probably is, actually. I think it probably is replacing Nidoqueen. It's basically better, even with the IV disadvantage, because Fit Club is so hard. And if this team is missing anything, it's a really hard physical hitter, which Nidoqueen currently does. That's why I chose it. Marowak doesn't resist fighting, but it does wail on fighting types quite hard. I think we're swapping Gen 3 Marowak. I need to update that on the buddy. Hold on. So we now have Marowak and Nidoqueen. There is Aerodactyl in first. So I think, pretty sure Surf will drop Aerodactyl. Maybe Aerodactyl could survive Surf. I doubt it. We are, of course, slower than Aerodactyl, and it's banded. It's quite likely to kick Earthquake. Crit Earthquake won't kill Kingdra, I'm sure. I'm just seeing more and more reasons to stay in and Surf. Why would I go out? Crit Hyper Beam probably kills Kingdra, I suppose. If it Hyper Beams, I'm just going to send Marowak in and finish it off, because Marowak will drop it with Rock Slide for certain. Do we know anything about what's in the back because we saw Aerodactyl? No. It's basically random. I think the possibility of trading is good. So I'm pretty sure Surf kills. We don't need to calc that, I don't think. And it did Earthquake. And Earthquake didn't do enough to kill. So Donphan's in next. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the Gen 3 AI is stupid. I forgot about that. Donphan definitely drops to Surf. There's no way it survives. So that was Donphan. And it's Executor last. So this is a weird set, this Executor. It's the it's Frustration, not Return, but it's the Curse set. I suppose it's slightly threatening in that if it gets enough boosts, we could be in trouble. However, because we have Chesto Berry, we should be in no no hurry to get rid of this. We probably are in crit range of frustration, but only crit, and I think crit was probably a roll against Kingdra. So I think you just stay in an Ice Beam. Ice Beam will 2-hit KO Executor, I'm sure. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Match 6 next. Water type. Oh, next battle. Free-spirited. Water is, of course, the biggest slot. So although it says Feraligatr under here, we don't really know anything. So I do want to get rid of Marowak. I do like Aero too. I like Choice Band Aero. I think it's really good. And it's the advantage it has over Marowak is just being faster. And the thing about Choice Band Aero is it's critically it's faster into a lot of these sort of like intermediate water types that have a somewhat respectable base speed. Marowak is slower than these, and they'll all kill a free IV Marowak with Surf. So Marowak is quite likely to be useless, basically. And for that reason, I think we're taking Aerodactyl. The question is, do we want to take Executor? I don't think so. I think Executor is too much of a gimmick. So Kang is back, and we know from the previous battle that Kang actually can free shot Kingdra with Crush Claw, because the previous one did 56 or something. But we also know that we free shot with Surf, and I've already learned my lesson on that Dragon Breath might not be as useful as it immediately seems. But unlike last battle, we have Aerodactyl in the back, and Aerodactyl is faster than Kang, and Aerodactyl will do basically the same amount of damage that Nidoqueen would have done, so a bit over half. So a 2-shot Kang, I'm sure. I still think it's worthwhile trying to race the Lum though. So that did the exact same damage as the previous Rush Claw. We've got the defense drop. Do we want to bring in Aero? Because he got the defense drop, it will see a kill with Shadow Ball as well as with Crush Claw. Bring in Aero. The reason we want to bring in Aero is because we keep Kingdra alive, and against 2 water types, it's quite likely that Kingdra will find something that's faster than, and that it's able to rest Chesto on fully heal. So it doesn't seem worth it to drop Kingdra. I could go to Blissey because Kang might Shadow Ball here, and it might also rest. However, if it rests or Crush Claws, I'm in a little bit of trouble with Blissey, and I'm kind of relying on Blissey to be a good check against a lot of the water types anyway. Actually, let's see. Do we know anything else? Relegated Slowbo Lapras. Okay, we don't really know that much. 22% is not that high, really. I think we want to go Aero. We got the defense drop. Do you want to lock into Earthquake or Aerial Ace? I guess we want to lock into Earthquake. It's a slightly higher base power. Ludicolo. So I wish I'd locked into Aerial Ace, because Aerial Ace would definitely drop Ludicolo. On the bright side, Ludicolo is always going to go for... No, that's not true. It's probably... I'm sure it could go for Surf or Thunder Punch, actually. Let's see. So Ludicolo 2. So Surf and Ice Beam will kill. It could also Thunder Punch. I'm sure Thunder Punch could actually kill as well, actually thinking about it, because it is modest. So we do want to go Kingdra, I think. Kingdra should have a free switch in, and it should be able to freely resto Chesto. And if Kingdra does faint to a crit, or Kingdra gets frozen or something, we still have Blissey, which should beat Ludicolo. In fact, would we rather go Blissey? So I'm expecting Blissey probably takes about 10 to 15% from Surf. I mean, it's basically it's going to do sort of 10%ish after leftovers healing. Then Blissey can just straightforwardly go for the Seismic Toss plan. Is this Ludicolo male? It is male. We could actually even go for a Tract. But this is quite a good opportunity to get Kingdra in. We don't know. The last Pokemon could be something like Swampert, and they might not have another chance to get Kingdra in and safely rest. So I think it's worth going for Kingdra here, because we do have a chance to get the rest off. Okay, so it went for Surf, that's fine. We're not going to flirt with the idea of being crit. Ooh, it did get the freeze. That's not good. So, yeah, so it's going to 4-shot. Well, it might 5-shot actually with Ice Beam. It's going to 4-shot, 4 or 5-shot with Ice Beam. And I was going to say that we're going to do very similar damage. If we fall this turn, I'd rather use Dragon Breath though. I think I'd still rather use Dragon Breath if we do wake up. I mean, on Thor. Okay, that's good. Because we do get to live. And we should still let out of Ice Beam now. Because once we're asleep, we can't be frozen. And we can just stay on Ice Beam. God, this Ice Beam's doing a lot. I mean, it's done 85 damage over 2 turns. It's a lot. I suppose. Probably about average, actually. So we do solidly get 4-shot. If Ice Beam crits Kingdra, Kingdra faints. The good news about this, though, is that I'm sure because of this that Thunder Punch cannot 3-shot. I mean, 4-shot Kingdra. Thunder Punch will be a 5-hit KO, I'm sure. So we've let it fully recover, which is fine. It's worth it to get rid of Ice Beam. Just out of Ice Beam then. And crit Thunder Punch probably can kill Kingdra from here, but it would be unlikely, I think. I do want to stay outside of crit Thunder Punch range though. Yeah, that does nothing. So Ice Beam does slightly more than Dragon Breath, but it would be so helpful if we did get the paralysis. It would buy a good number of free turns on average, because we do want to keep Kingdra kind of healthy for the last Pokemon. So what we're probably going to do here is Dragon Breath and then rest. And try and have Kingdra be as healthy as possible. We're looking for a combination of low damaging moves, so either Fire Punch or Surf. Not crit Surf. So is that can I do better than this? I mean, Kingdra's in quite a good position. 118 health. And the more times I rest, the more I leave Kingdra open to just needing rest PP against a final Pokemon. Okay, so it's Milotic. That's good, because Milotic can't beat Blissey basically ever. Again, the only risk here is Ice Beam. I think it's worthwhile actually stalling Ice Beam out completely, because we can do that with rest. We can use rest, and then we will do 4 rest loops. And in that time, the 10 PP of Ice Beam will disappear completely, and then it'll only have Surf left, and then it always loses to Blissey. So this is a bit boring, but it is a lot safer. Okay, it's not using Ice Beam, it's a little bit annoying. If you're not going to attack, I'm going to Dragon Breath you, though. Yeah, so do I want to leave Kingdra open to being frozen again? Isn't it safer to just be on rest? I don't think so. I think we need to take a little... Oh my god, a little bit of damage. We'll stay outside of crit range. That's 3 Ice Beams. 4. It's fine though. If Kingdra gets frozen and it has low Ice Beam PP, that's fine. Blissey still wins that. In fact, what I could do in that situation is I can actually just sack Aero to the Ice Beam. Yeah, so it's run out of... It's not going to have enough Ice Beams now to freeze Blissey. So I'm pretty sure we're outside of Surf range. I'm expecting Surf to do about 20 at most. Just thinking, is there any utility in switching? Well, no, it's sorry, it's out of Ice Beams. I miscounted. I counted 9. It must be 10 because it used Safeguard. It would have gone for the kill. Okay, so Blissey wins. But just in case I've miscounted Ice Beam or something weird happened, let's put up a substitute because it costs us nothing to do that. And then Seismic Toss. So normal types, it's next battle, battle 7, normal, high risk, high return. So I'm pretty happy with the team. I mean, I've only swapped twice, so obviously I'm happy with it. Ironically, Blissey is not that good against normal types. Let's see what the buddy says actually. Does it have any probabilities for me? So Granbull, Ursaring, Tauros, featuring heavily. Yeah, Blissey wouldn't want to run into Ursaring or Tauros or Granbull. These Pokemon would two-shot Blissey. It would be very unpleasant. On the other hand, if there is any kind of special attack on the back, then Blissey is very good into that. But Milotic does a similar purpose, but also is much better into physical attackers. I don't think I'm getting Ludicolo. I don't like Ludicolo, but Milotic's quite fast. Yeah, I don't like the idea of that. Does Milotic and Kingdra have too much overlap? I don't think so. I think Ice Water coverage is so generically good. And Dodrio is hit hard by Ice Beam. The Miltank's got Thick Fang, but it doesn't really matter because we just hit it with Ice Beam anyway. Snorlax is a bit uncomfortable. Does... I guess it has to be. I have to rely on Kangaskhan to take out Snorlax. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about Blissey's role in the upcoming battle. About what it's actually going to be able to contribute directly. Yeah, it would be trouble. I'm going to take Blissey out and put in Milotic. I think so. I think it's a very similar profile in terms of what it goes up against. And Kingdra isn't actually weak to electric. Bring Milotic in. We can mirror coat special attackers and we can have basically Kingdra 2. Kingdra at home. Give up leftovers. I think it's fine. And Safeguard is occasionally useful. I think Milotic 2 is a pretty good Pokemon. So I think let's take it. Kang isn't particularly special into normal types. Ooh, no, it's Tauros. I hate this set because it's got double team. Yeah, it's double team Resto Chesto. And Double Edge will 2-hit KO Kingdra. In fact, Double Edge will probably 2-hit KO Aerodactyl as well, won't it? And it'll 2-hit KO Milotic, so something's dying to this. Yeah. So the good news is that the Double Edge recoil it will take facing Kingdra is so substantial that I could probably Dragon Breath. I could even rest turn 1. The problem with rest turn 1 is it could double team. I can't do that. I could bite the bullet. I could just go directly into Aero. It's not bad because Aero can Aerial Ace it. It's only bad if Double Edge crits Aero because then Aero might faint. If I go Aero on double team, that's amazing because I can just Aerial Ace twice and it will die through the recoil of Double Edge, I'm sure. And faster, it'll deny the Resto Chesto from going off on Tauros. I don't think it makes. I actually wish I had Blissey because I could sack Blissey to die to recoil. It would actually be really useful. Blissey would take a huge chunk, and so would Tauros, and then Aerodactyl could come in and Earthquake it. I suppose the other factor is what if it uses Double Edge? What do I click on Aero in that situation? Do I click Aerial Ace, knowing that it could double team, or do I just click Earthquake? It's got to be Aerial Ace, right? This is an uncomfortable matchup for sure. I think I do have to go Aerodactyl though. I think Kingdra is potentially too useful. Just no crits. And double team would actually be great to see. I'd love to see double team. That's great. And that simplifies the decision because we definitely Aerial Ace after seeing double team. She double teams twice. That doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. If it goes for Rest Chesto, that's a fine use of it. It's back at full, but it's basically a 1v1 now. And as expected, it takes too much damage from Rock Slide. Slowbro, oh god. It's a calm mindset. Where's my Blissey? Why did I get rid of it? I want my Blissey back. How useful is Aero then? So we know the final Pokemon is normal. In fact, we know the final Pokemon has to be one of these. And Aero is good into all of them. Oh god. If I go Milotic and it Calm Minds, how bad is... No, it will always attack. And it could Ice Beam or Surf. They'll both kill Aero from this range for sure. So it's Calm Mind. It doesn't actually have... It only has leftovers for recovery. All I need to do is I just need to do enough to bring it into sort of area earthquake range. It's probably about 30%. Once it's in that kind of HP range, it's over because arrow can come in afterwards. So something's going to have to die to do that probably. And I think it's probably going to be Kingdra. This makes much more sense, I think, to bring Kingdra in. You have more immediate damage. Even though Kingdra's Surf and Milotic's Surf... Actually, well, Kingdra's Dragon Breath and Milotic's Surf probably almost do identical damage to Slowbro. It's probably almost exactly the same, actually, thinking about it. Because Milotic is at 151 special attack, Kingdra will be at 117, but it gains the benefit of an unresisted attack. And Dragon Breath is better because it has the paralysis chance. I'm not seeing a reason to bring Milotic in. And Milotic is pretty good actually into those last three, like Dodrio, Expel, Gramble, Urswing. Those are all Pokemon Milotic does quite well into. Definitely enough to assist with Aerodactyl, I think. So I think it is Kingdra. Yeah. So that's obviously a lot worse than it using Surf. It was a 50-50 there, but it was fine. We're looking for a paralysis or a crit to really push this beyond reasonable doubt. That's one Carmine, that's not good. Just playing almost optimally. After 2 Carmines, we're going to be in 2-shot range. It's no longer that useful to use Rest, I think. We have got it paralysed, that's pretty big. We're going to struggle. Kingdra's not going to do much damage at all anymore. Here's a question. Do we go Milotic then? And just Mirror Coat it? Just Mirror Coat its sauce? It's risky though, it's got leftovers. I tell you what we have to do, I think. We have to sack Kingdra and then also let Milotic take the hit. That is risky as fuck. It's at +3. Milotic probably takes... Yeah, Milotic is probably in 3-shot range. But Kingdra's above 120 HP. It's still going to be useful. Kingdra's still out of Oko range at 129 HP for a lot of the remaining opponents. It's still very useful. I think we have to switch. Of course, we'll be coming in on an Ice Beam. Because it means Dragon Breath is just not. Dragon Breath's doing like 5% after leftovers recovery to a +3 Sobro. We could crit, but we could also not crit, which is really bad. Yeah. Okay. Please attack. If it uses Yawn, I'll have to safeguard, I guess. Okay, that was a disaster potentially averted, and it's Ursaring in last. So Ursaring we are faster than, and we'll 2-shot with Surf. It will kill Milotic from this range for sure. But Kingdra is out of double edge range, I'm sure, and 2 Surfs will drop this from Milotic and Kingdra with the double edge recoil. This thing does run a Quick Claw, so it could potentially Quick Claw now and also Quick Claw Aerodactyl. That would be uncomfortable. The thing is how much... Yeah, so Aerodactyl's at 76. That's probably Brick Break range, so it would not actually completely say. If Aerodactyl was in double edge range only, I'm pretty sure Kingdra would always win. Oh, that's bad. It could just Quick Claw everything. We can't do anything about that though. So it dropped Milotic, but we got the Surf off. And it took, how much did it take? It took about 25 recall. Because we were at 77, it took about 25. And we will have dealt a bit over 100, I'm sure. It's got about 60 health left, raw health. Just thinking, if it quick claws both remaining Pokemon, do we ever beat that? Doesn't change the AI. Obviously, it feints to any move, but can I beat double quick claw activation? Does it make sense to send in Kingdra first? I guess it does. I don't think it will feint. It won't feint. Yeah, its HP percentage is way too high to feint to double edge here. It doesn't get a quick claw. That's good. Nice. That's 35 wins. And round 6 up. How do I reset this? I just refresh. Wait, did it just... Do I hard refresh? It's... Okay, I can click that twice, and then that goes... We go round 6, battle 1 to 6. And reset these manually, I guess. I don't want to go too slowly. I don't want to go too fast either. Yeah, let's go with that. Round 6. So it's normal type. Free spirited. I don't think that really tells us anything, does it? Oh, apparently slaking is unusually likely. Fair enough. But let's have a look at what we've got. I'm not a fan. Yeah, oh, I am a fan, sorry. So I take that back. Wait, it's a good draft. Skarmory, eh? There is the potential for a very defensive team here. A very, very defensive team. Slaking Blissey Fearow. Okay, well. It's difficult to prepare for slake. We can sort of prepare for slaking. Let's not lose to Blissey or Snorlax. Snorlax is also very high up there. So let's make sure we take at least one physical attacker. Of course, Blissey Free is a bit annoying. With Calm Mind. Are we ever taking Donphan? That's too crazy, I think. I would like Milo, but I like Milo in the back. Sorry, Dugong, you've been invalidated by Milo Free. This is a really good set. I think Milo is a hard take, but it's a hard take in the back. I don't like water leads in Gen 3 that much. Kingdra doesn't count because Kingdra was Dragon. It's not bad. Venusaur is not bad. I'll keep it in mind. Rapidash, of course, is way better in Gen 3 than it is in Gen 4. Do I want to take Donphan, really? Something's got to lead, but something has to lead. And whatever's leading is probably being swapped. I am super tempted to take Skarmory. Because I think it's just so unfair, the way that this completely ruins teams. The AI just, it doesn't have the tools to deal with Skarmory. I think we're leading Venusaur, aren't we? I could lead Rapidash. I guess that is probably the more responsible thing to do. Just lead Rapidash and nuke something. And if an attack is coming Rapidash's way, it'll be water type or ground type. And we have switch-ins for both of those in Milotic and Skarmory. Problem with leading Venusaur is, although Milotic is a nice switch-in, it's not really a nice switch-in. And of course, flying, we do have Skarm, I guess. I guess we could take Venusaur. The problem is that sets with elemental coverage could randomly be choosing between fire and ice on turn 1. Sorry, yeah, fire and ice on turn 1. You are much bulkier. You are much bulkier than Rapidash. Rapidash covers more of the disaster scenarios. It's a normal type specialist, which doesn't really give any credence to taking a particular set over another one. I mean, Slaking, I'd rather hit Slaking on the special side, but I'd rather hit Blissey on the physical side. And against Fearow, I just want to be faster. Snorlax. I guess ideally Skarmory sets up on the first Pokemon. Snorlax is slightly uncomfortable. I wonder if Snorlax is enough to push me towards Venusaur instead of Rapidash. Because I would hate to face a Snorlax and have to do the mind games between thick, fat and immunity. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Oh, am I really going to leave Rapidash behind? I think I'm taking Venusaur. I think it's fine. I think Venusaur, Milotic, and Skarmory. I'm happy with this. Ooh, it's Electabuzz. It's not a normal type, it's Electabuzz. Yeah, it's got elemental coverage. That's slightly uncomfortable. Am I staying in? I don't really care about being hit by Fire or Ice Punch. It's not going to OHKO. I do drop it with Earthquake. And bringing Milo won't take any damage really after leftovers, but doesn't really achieve that much. Milo doesn't want to get hit by Thunderbolt any more than Venusaur wants to get hit by a freeze. I just want to be frozen. Just don't freeze me. It's Lumberry says, yeah. Yeah, no freeze. Okay, good. That's good. What's in next? Okay, it is Blissey. Okay, well, I guess that wasn't a surprise. So the Calm Mind Blissey set, this is a really good set. I think this is... Oh my god, I maybe I should have thought about this because I knew I wanted to swap the lead. Maybe I should have led Milo. Because I want to take this Blissey over this Venusaur because it's so dumb how this completely invalidates special attackers. It's basically much better than Blissey 2. I don't think I can go Milotic though. Can I go Milotic? I'm going to kill this thing so slowly if it Calm Minds now. I guess what I can do is fish. I mean, I won't be able to two-shot. Sludge Bomb will free hit KO. I think it's better to go Sludge Bomb than Sleep Powder. Because Poison does basically win. Venusaur is out of range. I mean, Fire Blast won't kill from here, I'm sure, but 2 Fire Blasts would drop it. And after a Calm Mind, I'm sure that we drop 2 Fire Blast or Blizzard. So do we just Sludge twice? Then Surf? That should KO, right? I'm sure that KOs. Might be quite close. 2 Sludge and Surf, I'm sure that. I feel like that'll KO. And if it soft boils after Sludge, that's fine. We'll just stay on Sludge until it poisons. And then once it poisons, then we can go to Milo. Yeah, I think that's the play. Slightly uncomfortable. So dig Calm Minds. Okay. Are we actually in range? I feel like we must be. We're 85 HP. It'll attack here, which is actually fine. We want it to attack, because if it attacks, then Milotic can come in and use Surf. Yeah, we didn't get to set up Skarmory, but we didn't have a chance to get up Skarmory this game. Ooh, nice crit. Ooh, that was almost... That might have been quite clutch, you know. Because this X-Cloud is not something I really want to see. So although we can Mirror Coat the Thunder Punch, I don't really want to. Don't want to Mirror Coat on a potential paralysis move. So Venusaur is slower, and Venusaur's going to faint here, I'm pretty sure. So it probably doesn't matter what we click, but if we're going to click something, we might as well click the best move. Ooh, Ice Beams, that was a mistake. Overheat would have KO'd there. Do you give us style points on keeping all 3 alive? I think that's funny. I like making fun of the AI. Oh, like Skarmory plus Milotic free. That's such a defensive team. I really want to do it. It sounds really stupid. Fighting. No phrase. Oh, I really want to do it. I really want to do it. It's so dumb to leave Blissey though. Oh, it's so stupid. It's a fighting type specialist. Am I really going to leave Blissey? Well, that's just next battle. I forgot to put the draft in. Whoops. Okay, whatever. Am I really gonna leave Blissey into a fighting specialist? It'll be so silly. I mean, Heracross, we don't really care about Heracross. Skarmory should be able to deal with that fine. Medicham and Machampus. Okay, well actually Machamp's got Fire Blast, hasn't it? I feel like Milotic handles these, doesn't it? Well, Milotic doesn't handle Heracross. Oh, Bliss! I want to take Blissey free. I want to Skarm Bliss. That sounds funny. I think we're doing it. It's not a serious one. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I forgot to put it in the team as well. Skarmory. Milotic, Blissey, and then this is a Venusaur. And that slightly changes things, okay. Oh, this is so dumb. Okay, it's Crobat. Okay. So it wasn't the fighting type outpost. Wait, what? That is Heracross, Machamp, and the back guaranteed. Ah, Scope Lens, of course. Scope Lens and Screech and Double Edge. Oh, because Double Edge blocks out the high risk, high return moves. That's amazing. We know the entire team. That's really strong. So actually, I want to think carefully about the entire match. Then it's basically a castle game. We know exactly what's in the back. So, Machamp loses to Milotic, and Heracross loses to Skarmory, and Blissey beats Crobat. Is that the end of the thought process? I mean, we don't have a great opportunity to set up Skarmory, unfortunately. We do know that my understanding of the Gen 3 AI is correct. Heracross always comes in second because it has a worse type matchup into Skarmory. So if we set up, then actually Heracross comes in. I guess we do want that. Is there anyway? I mean, Screech has 40 PP. So I don't. If I could Toxic this Crobat, it would be way better because I could set up Skarmory to use Fly basically on the turn that it would die to Toxic, but I can't do that, which means that Skarmory Skarmory will be vulnerable to an attack. So Blissey is as fast as Machamp because they're both free IV. They're both 61 speed. I guess that the Blissey is potentially a little bit useful. Oh, 1 second. So what I was thinking about doing is I could have Blissey attack Crobat to bring it into range of +1 Fly, and then I use a single Curse. It gives Crobat less time to use Screech. And if I don't think there's a lot of point keeping Blissey healthy though. If we get the freeze, that would be nice. Or the burn be even better. The reason I like Blizzard more is that after Blizzard, +1 Fly will kill. Okay, I kind of forgot about Double Edge killing Crobat. I guess that's fine. Because Crobat was very likely to use Screech on Skarmory anyway. Okay, that's fine. We lost that opportunity. So Machamp does come in. We're at 54. Which is still... we're still not low enough for it to use a special move. It's still just going to use Cross Chop. But we can Speed Tie. The problem with Speed Tigers, do we really want to attack? If we burn it, that could be a disaster. Is it? I suppose if I burn it, does Surf kill it after Fire Blast plus burn? It probably is worthwhile. Okay, we win the speed tie. I think it matters though. So we know Heracross is in last. We definitely don't want to send Skarmory in. I suppose Surf could kill, maybe. It looks like it's slightly out of range of Surf. Please don't crit if Surf doesn't kill. It's fine. So we're at 86. We'll be in Megahorn range if we kill this turn. At the same time, there's no time to stall because this Machamp has Quick Claw. I think we're outside of cross drop range, but am I really going to talk myself to recover? Doesn't recover sound insane? I'm going to recover in the face of a plus crit move. It's used 2 cross chops though. Problem is, Skarmory isn't scared of cross chop. Skarmory is scared of its Fire Blast. I'll just kill it. Yeah, so 96. We're going to be in Megahorn range in this Heracross. Not Meganium. No, sorry, Heracross, not Megahorn. Yeah, it's adamant. We're dead to Megahorn. And it will only use Megahorn. If it misses Megahorn, the best thing could do is hit Surf. And now here's a question, is that what do we want to do with Skarm? We don't want a Toxic. We want to give it Guts. The problem is this thing is Bright Powder, so Fly has a yeah, Fly is like an 86% accuracy. 15% to miss. If I miss Fly, how bad is it? If I miss Fly, then I'd use Rest. And then I get probably 2 more chances at Fly, maybe 1 more chance. Is that better than Curse? The risk with Curse is that Heracross could just crit Brick Break. I don't think I like Curse. I think we fly. I think that's the best option. 108. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say 108 is a worryingly. God, it did. So it did 59 with that Brick Break. That was a lot more than I was expecting. I was thinking sort of low 50s. It's a bit worrying. Next battle. Okay, well, let's have a look. I mean, once again, we're faced with the familiar faces. I don't want to run into Snorlax. That was the problem about giving up Venusaur, is that we originally chose Venusaur for its ability to counter some of these Pokemon we don't run into. choice band slaking is... I guess it just loses to Skarmory. I guess, yeah, I still don't want to see it. I just don't like Heracross. I don't think Heracross is it's not a Pokemon for a team like this. Neither is Machamp. And Crobat is bad. But I guess there's no swap. Instead of, I'm not really thinking about swapping, so I'm just regretting an earlier swap, I guess. So I don't want to swap, no. Okay. Porygon too. Wait, I forgot to check. Is this Blissey? What is this Blissey? Is it Serene Grace? It's Natural Cure. Okay, that's nice, because we do not want to get permanently crippled. It is very tempting to just completely set up Skarmory now. Just go all the way. Yeah, I think the opportunity to set up Skarmory is too high to turn down. We just don't want to be. We don't want to be frozen, which can only happen this turn because it will be psychic after that. Nice. We could. I'm just thinking. We do want a Toxic. I think we want to get at least one curse off. Yes, it uses Thunder Wave. That's fine. And it is gonna. The problem is, it's gonna start getting Spadef drops with Psychic, isn't it? And Psychic does a bit of a 20. We saw that. So we're +2. Oh, the safe part of me really wants to use Rest right now. Should probably hold off on Rest for one more turn. And now we want to rest. So we don't want to overset up. I strongly dislike oversetting up. The idea of getting Skarmory up to a lot of boosts, it has the same effect at sort of +3 as it does at +6. It's a risk to overboost. I'm just wondering if we want a Toxic and then enter a rest loop on purpose after we use up Porygon 2's Lumberry. Or we could just Fly. I mean, I'm sure Fly is a 2-hit KO at +3. I think it's better to Toxic. I got the Spadef drop. That's annoying. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do then is switch out, go back to Blissey, and then come back in. It's a shame if Tri-Attack didn't have a status chance, I could switch between Skarmory and Blissey here, but the Skarmory getting frozen is unthinkable. What I should have done, I should have switched to Blissey last turn, even though I was at +3, because then I could have safely pivoted between the two. Psychic has 5 PP left. I could just accept that. Yeah, maybe it's fine. Maybe I don't need to switch. Just stay in and take boosted Psychics. It's only got 5 left. Shouldn't be any danger. Unless another one gets a Spadef drop. That was a lot. I think what we want to do is toxic it once, and then again, and then enter rest. And we will not be possible to be hit again after this. Because we'll not leave rest. I guess we could. No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be any kind of status. So we can fly, avoid any kind of status impact here. Slaking. Okay. Well, after curse, it can't touch us anymore. Yeah, it's always going to break bait here. It's not going to do any damage. In fact, we're probably out of crit range. Again, just thinking. I think we take curse for +4, and then we fly, and it can't hit us because of Truant. So we effortlessly just take this out. And if the last Pokemon is physical, we win. Ooh, Metagross. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is another stall fest, I guess. The thing that's uncomfortable about this Metagross is I don't want it to get a load of Meteor Mash raises. It should be fine. Once it's out of Meteor Mash, it obviously can't touch Skarmory anymore. If it gets enough raises, then I guess Struggle could do enough damage. But a critical hit Meteor Mash, it shouldn't do more than 70 something. It should be completely fine. And I think against that, the best thing we can do is fly. We just want to spend as much time as possible not getting hit by Meteor Mash so that it can't get the boost. And I think we also want to fly because, yeah, we're only at +4. I'm suddenly wishing we were at +6, but I guess even at +6, we probably barely do enough to bring it out of double team range. So I think we want to bring it down out of double team promotion range. That looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, so let's curse one more time. I think we should still be outside Meteor Mash. Okay, so Meteor Mash crit probably is a danger now. We don't want to faint to that, so let's stay out of range of that. It hasn't got any boost so far. It's got a rest here, but it's got Chesto Berry, so it's not going to waste any time. I'm still going to make it waste a few more moves. And because this doesn't have leftovers, it's got no chance of actually winning the game. It will lose. It just might take a while. So we saw Earthquake there. That means it's out. It's out of Meteor Mash. So we can just waste all our Psychics. I mean Toxics. And waste all our curses. In fact, we can just rest now. It won't have many uses of curse. I mean, rest left. This is not exciting, but it is effective. So we struggle first, but that's fine. So all damage on it is permanent. I'm impressed that Skarmory does this much. Yeah, so no risk. It's a thing that's unique to Gen 3, is this risk of entering a near infinite stall war and potentially losing. because you actually draw, but you lose because the opponent has leftovers. No time. High risk. Does it say anything about the chances? No, not really. We just have a load of high risk ones. That's fine. Slaking, I mean, Metagross free is very good. I think it's worse than Skarmory, particularly with the 21 to 3 IV comparison. We could also just take Slaking. I am normally a very big fan of Slaking free. I guess it probably is a better lead than Blissey, but the Blissey lead is funny. So I think I'm going to keep the Blissey lead. And I think Milotic is too good to replace. Electrode. So, or obviously we will be in explosion range. Electrode's a bit awkward because Milotic and Skarmory obviously don't want to come in and get hit by Thunderbolt. So Blissey is probably fainting to explosion in a few turns later here. The best thing I can do to try and protect Blissey is get enough boost to kill it. So I probably won't have 3 Calm Minds, and then I can probably take down Electrode with Fire Blast. And while I'm using those Calm Minds, I can also Soft Board if it does any damage. It's a good start. Okay. You're going to beat me with Electro beating Blissey. With Thunderbolt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably the end of the crit as well. Okay. That's a little bit annoying. So you got 15 PP on Thunderbolt. I was kind of hoping Blissey would be far enough ahead. We do need to set up to avoid it increasing the chance of using Explosion too high. So at +3, I'm pretty sure Fire Blast will kill at +3. But let's use one more just in case, because it would be stupid to be wrong. It definitely kill at +4. Sizzle. Okay, well, Sizzle does nothing to Skarmory. So I guess we just fully set up Skarmory now. And we don't mind too much about losing these beasts on Blissey because of Natural Cure anyway. In fact, we could actually take the opportunity to heal. But I don't think I want to get fully paralysed. So let's just switch. So it has got increased crit chance, but I think from that damage you can tell that there is so little risk. I guess there's the chance of a reversal crit. Obviously, Skarmory will faint to a reversal crit. But there's very little I can do about that. It shouldn't be too incentivized to use Endure at high health. Yeah, so it's out. Yes, Dusclops in last. We're slower. It's going to psych up. Do we actually want to switch? I don't really want to psych up these boosts. Yeah, I think we're going to switch. Yeah, let's switch. I was surprised. I thought for a second there Milotic might get a 2-hit KO. That would have surprised me a lot. But yeah, it's just gone. No type, no freeze. And there's nothing at base about what that tells you. Yeah, as expected. So those Pokemon all suck. So we don't really have a decision to make there. Umbreon, okay. Another psych upset. I don't want to. Just thinking out loud. What's the best thing to do? I mean, we could go Milo. Milo's never losing to this. The thing is, nothing is ever losing to this, really, is it? Am I willing to call its bluff and say that the Swagger just won't work against Skarmory and therefore we set up Skarmory and win? Sounds pretty good to me. I think that's the best use. Because we are the opposite gender. And we can actually Toxic even though it's synchronized, I don't care. We can do the special thing where we time Fly to be executed right as it's about to be killed from Toxic. So it's going to get stuck in an infinite Psych Up loop. We get one more curse and then we fly. And it means whatever comes in after Umbreon gets hit by a +6 fly. Which is neat. Very neat that Starmie got hit by a +6 fly. That's a nice bonus that completely invalidates any risk of losing this match. Yeah, with no risk obviously from Meganium. It survived. Oh, sorry, use Endure, yeah. Toxic will end the match slightly faster. Yeah, that was a funny one. Okay, I could have set up Blissey. Maybe, I suppose. Yeah, it didn't matter. Whatever I set up was going to win, wasn't it? No type, high risk. We know anything? No. Just a load of background ones. Yeah, it's fine. I quite like Starmie 3. I mean, Starmie 3 is really good. Is Starmie 3 better than Milo 3 with the IV changes? It probably is. At the same time, I really think this little stall team is quite funny. I'm pretty confident, even against Nolan, I'm feeling quite confident about this team. I'm not very worried. I could quite like Starmie 3 though. The responsible thing to do is to... I was going to say drop Blissey. I can't drop Blissey. Starmie 3 is a great lead, but I can't drop Blissey. If I drop Blissey, I have no recompense into Electrics. So it would have to be Milo. You know, I think I'm going to leave Starmie 3 on the bench. I'm going to disrespect Starmie 3's ability to take hits here. It's Gen 3. It's Gen 3 though. It's got no real physical weakness. But that just equally applies to Milo. It's just, I think that's why Milo's better. As boring as it is, we're going to stick again, I think. I go Emmanuel. Nidoking. I know this set. It's the Leopardberry Horndrill set that I hate. We could unironically go into Skarm. Problem is that this thing could easily Fire Blast this Blissey. There's actually no comfortable way of staying on this. I wonder if I meant to go Milotic here, because Surf will one-shot Nidoking, and Milotic is faster. I'm sure Blizzard 2 it KOs. And that's also... No, I suppose that's 2 turns of potentially being hit by Horn Drill. The thing is, I think I'm so sad if Milotic gets Horn Drilled here. It's such a bad position, and Blissey is actually kind of the funny one that isn't as important as Milotic. Yeah, great turn. Okay. You are just going to Horn Drill. Please don't do that again. Do you need to hit a Blizzard? If I miss this Blizzard, I might have to Calm Mind. Am I really going to soft-boiled on a Horn Drill Nidoking? Because Blissey is dead. This Nidoking can never get past Milotic, obviously. So this is just Blissey's free shot of trying to win. And for that reason, I need to try and make sure that there's a point to Blissey getting through. Yeah, I would like to get rid of this. Hypno. Okay. This is the physical Hypno set that is terrible. I could heal first. You haven't got enough disrespect for Hypno to do that. If it does Swagger, I don't think I cared too much. That did a decent amount. Let's wait until it misses or it uses a useless move. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to play that game actually. Let's just get out of there. It's got a Lum. That doesn't do anything. So Curse protects against a Swagger self-hit slightly because it means we do so much less self-hit damage. So we're going to do a similar thing to previously where we're going to Toxic through its Lum. Toxic again. Fully set up. And then fly on whatever the unlucky final Pokemon is. Meanwhile, the Gen 3 AI is just incapable of playing this normally. Aerodactyl. Okay. King's Rock set this set is quite good. It's also quite dead. On a different day in a different draft, I think I would take the Aerodactyl. Don't think I'll take it into Nolan. I think this is about as good as a round 6 draft gets into Nolan. Because you have Skarnbliss, as well as Milo. I'm just going to kill Nolan. That's fine. The next battle. Does this work? It's got a Nolan Operon. Is it going to tell me anything at all? Literally? Okay, it's just going to say that. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's go. I don't care about swapping. Vaporeon. It's a pretty good start, I guess, on paper. Is this going to do anything? Yeah, it's not going to tell me. Even though that it rules out Vaporeon 3, it's not going to tell me the odds on the others. I think that's fine. I don't really want this to baton pass. That's the concern, I suppose. The thing is, I can't go... I mean, Milo will kill this thing so slowly. And obviously Skarmory takes quite a bit of damage from Surf. I mean, Surf's going to do sort of upwards... Surf's going to free shot Skarmory, I'm pretty sure. You know, it's going to do about 60. I think I'd take the opportunity to Calm Mind. I don't see a big downside. I think I'll take 2 or 3 Calm Minds and then... I was going to say a fish for Fire Blast Burn. It probably Baton Passes before that. So what I'm really using Calm Mind for is an opportunity to hit something in the back with Fire Blast. It's a +2 defense. Okay. I don't really care about its defense boost though. I think from now on it can, because I think the requirement for Baton Pass is above +3 in a stat. So I think from now on it can use Baton Pass. I suppose I don't want to Fire Blast. It's more accurate. If I was going to burn something, that would be nice. 20%. Wailord. Oh no, this thing has Fissure. This Wailord is sitting at +4 defense. And also takes very little from an attack. It's also got Rest. This is a slight problem. The problem is just that this is also going to free shot Skarmory, and it's faster than Skarmory. And although Hydro Pump only has 5 PP, I'm just thinking if I switch to Skarmory, I think I need to switch to Skarmory because I can switch to Skarmory. Worst case, Hydro Pump, and then I'll have to rest on the next Hydro Pump. The thing that's uncomfortable about Skarmory is Skarmory will have to stay in. And Skarmory will only get 1 turn of warning. Oh no, Skarmory is faster. Skarmory is 21 IVs. Skarmory is faster. Okay, it's definitely correct to go Skarmory then. Skarmory then. Because I will be warned of... when I have to use Rest in Advance. So I'm going to fly. I'm not going to fly to do damage. I'm going to fly to... go for a Hydro Pump miss. Yeah, that's really good. So let's use 1 Hydro Pump. I'm just going to fly into a Hydro Pump. Use Fissure. Okay. So that's 1 Hydro Pump. If I was feeling mega safe, I could... Yeah, I could rest now. It's only got 3 left. I think I want to... If another miss would be huge. Okay, so it's got 2 left. Shouldn't have enough PP to actually kill Skarmory. And in fact, we can rest in this final one because this is its final one. So even if this crits, it can no longer beat Skarmory. So what I want to do is I want to wait for all of its PP to be gone. It's used 1 Fissure. Until it uses more Fissure, I can't actually do anything, I don't think. Okay, it's used 2 Fissure. I guess I can fly and... Okay, Fissure again. I'm waiting for the last 2 Fissures then, because that will be when Blissey can come back in and potentially Calm Mind Sweep. Or is it better... I suppose what is better is I should probably wait out all the PP entirely and set up a huge Curse Fly on the final Pokemon. Okay, it's got 1 fish left. It's got no fishes left. Okay. It's now a complete sitting duck. It can't do anything. It's out. It's used 6 double teams. It's at +6 evasion. What I should probably do is wait for it to run out of rest PP. Problem is, it'll run out of rest PP the same time it starts to use struggle. That will interfere with the fly plan slightly. it's got somewhere around 15 to 20 turns left of PP before it starts struggling. So I think I will waste a few turns with rest. We don't need these few rests. We won't need to rest all the final one. We don't really want a toxic either. I suppose we waste all of our curses now. Because we won't be... Skarmory will either be useful against the final Pokemon or it won't. So he's three more rest. A few more curse. A bit awkward. I don't want to give it a free turn to use rest, but I suppose I've just got to run out all my rest PP then. And the last few curse. I quite like the Mrs. Toxic actually. Yeah, that's nice. From now on, I quite like to stop missing though. I can hit one toxic. I can time the. It's so annoying. Just want to hit one toxic, so I can. Do I need toxic into final one? I might need toxic into final one, I guess. If it's a rock type, it's a rock type. If it's a rock type, Milotic wins. It's fine. If we miss every single toxic, that's slightly annoying. I wish I hadn't. So it's at +4 defense from the Vaporeon. Vaporeon is still alive. Please hit. Okay, well. Did I misplay this? Did I misplay it? Should I go back to Blissey before Skarmory is actually using Struggle and becoming useless? I could go through Milotic. The reason I want to go to Blissey is because I can set up Blissey. Okay, you know what? Skarmory is not yet useless. If we hit 1 or 2 skies, we're kind of in business. It would be nice if one of these had been a toxic that hit, but you know, I mean, this is going for a relatively free rest. The next fly that hits will kill this. Okay, so we got really lucky with Claydol. Claydol free. This is Ice Beam. But if we connect with flights, we won't. I don't think we OHKO with +6 fly because this Claydol has like 125 defense. It's a 31 IV Claydol. Annoying. But the sun means that we can't be frozen. Yeah, we don't faint. It's fine. If Skarmory takes out Claydol, the game's over. Because Vaporeon will never beat. It will never ever beat Milotic. Crit. Okay. The fastest way to end this is to burn it. However, if we don't burn it, I want to do as much damage as possible, obviously. So we're going to go through this scenario. It's got another Surf crit. It doesn't matter though, we're still massively out of range of dying. Yeah, I was ready for that. Scope Lens Vaporeon. Nice try, Noland. I don't actually want to freeze it, but Okay, well. Funny. Serene Grace, Natural Cure, Blissey. Why don't we go for round 7? I don't particularly feel any need. We go next, and we do no. Then we do round 7. And we're back on battles 1 to 6. So we'll probably make short work of this round. Free Spirit Unrestrained. See what we got. I do like Breeding. The reason I like it is because I think 122 speed Spore is broken. Not very complicated, but it is what it is. Don't like fire types so much. I guess it's fine. Rapidash is fine. I am a big fan of you. I do believe in backup explosion strats. I think it's really strong, even in Gen 3, where the user has a much greater advantage than the end opponent. Quick Claw. Yeah, I don't want to face you, but I don't really want to take you either. Okay, so there's one good Pokemon. And if you're not a Breeding fan, you could probably say there's no good Pokemon. Although if you're not a Breeding fan, you're probably a Rapidash fan. There's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind between which one of these two is better. Heracross is a really good set in Gen 4. It should, in theory, be even better in Gen 3. Unlucky it's Guts. I'd much rather it be Swarm. So I'm thinking about the Heracross Claydol Breeding team. I'm also thinking about not taking Claydol. I can't take Claydol and Rapidash. That's way too water weak. I also, obviously, I much prefer Breeding in the back. I don't like leading Breeding at all. Yeah, this is just Breeding is a really good set. What I like about Breeding is the way that it just unequivocally destroys things. The same, Heracross is actually very similar. The way it you sometimes just win the whole game, and it's entirely down to them. Heracross does sometimes do this annoying thing where it gets hit by a Thunder Wave or something and becomes useless. I guess Guts has offset that. That's the payback you get for not winning Swarm. So, in terms of what to take, yeah, in terms of what to take, I don't know. What I'm really undecided about is the lead. I don't like any of these as the lead. Heracross is really something you want to control. Heracross's entry really badly because of the Endure Select being a one-time use thing. You do not want You do not want Heracross to be wasted in the lead slot or be getting out of matchups, because you want to sort of protect a little bit. It's very similar to Breloom, so it's looking like Heracross and Breloom is the back line, which is obviously 2 fire weak Pokemon. And then the question is, what's the last Pokemon going to be? If you're going to run 2 fire weak, are you really not going to run one of these two? I feel like another player would have picked these up much faster, but I'm going to and ah about it. I could take Golem. It's not as insane as it sounds. I also could take Claydol. That is also less crazy. I think I don't like. I'm not sure what to think about this, really. If your special attack was slightly better, I might take you. Literally just slightly better. You don't hit hard enough with Psychic. You're a physical set in the skies, really. I could just lead with Explosion. What if I just lead with Claydol and just explode? And then I lose to some fire type. I don't know that. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong about Heracross and Breloom? What if I just lead Breloom? Let's say, fuck it. Fuck it, we're leading Breloom. Just hit things with Spore. We could also just lead Heracross. Let me just check a few. I care enough to check a few calcs. How good are you really, Claydol? Another thing that is, as well as being wrong about the lead, or maybe I'm looking at a situation where there's just too much overlapping weakness with Heracross and Breloom in terms of the flying and fire weaknesses. Are they filling way too much of the same role? They're filling just too much of the same space on paper. And I think that's correct. So I think I've probably got to pick between them. And it's going to be Heracross every time, I think. Because with Heracross, you just don't get the downside, really. So I think we're going to go a lead Pokemon, Heracross. We're leaving Breloom out. We're going to leave Ninetales out because Rapidash is better. So Rapidash, Heracross, Claydol. I hate how water weak it is. But at least if I lead with Rapidash, I don't have to worry about throwing Rapidash away. I can just say, okay, boom. Overheat twice, things faint. And I could get a controlled explosion. I could do the same, like the same logic. I can lead Claydol. Lead Claydol and say, literally boom. And then the backline is Heracross Rapidash. Which is not the most inspiring backline ever, but it's okay. there are problems, like, you know. So obviously things like Aerodactyl hit them both quite hard. Is this better though? Not really. I guess the problem with these two in the back is that they struggle with ghost types. Yeah, well, yeah. Not massively struggle. I mean, you're hitting something with a 1/3/4 attack Shadow Ball. That's going to drop the frail ghost. And there aren't many physically bulky ghosts this gen anyway, because it's Gen 3. So maybe that's fine. I've dropped myself into it. I really wish I could take... I really wish I could take the Breloom, but I don't think I can. Let me just put these in. Ninetales and Golem. I'm sorry, Golem. It really is so hard to take slow Pokemon. Claydol's a slow Pokemon, but it's fine. Claydol's got an interesting set of weaknesses, and also Claydol's the most sort of flexible spot. We're taking those three. Let's do it. Gengar. Okay, Gengar 4 has Lum. Yeah, it's a Debon set. It's faster than Rapidash. That's annoying. Oh, I wish you were slightly faster, Rapidash. Why can't you be a 255 speed set? Why are you so bad? Oh, no, not that bad. I mean, you're going to drop it in one shot with Overheat, I'm sure. Actually, in quite a lot of trouble if Overheat doesn't one-shot it. I'm pretty sure it does, though. Oh, that's bad. And Psychic did 68. That's a lot more than I... Well, I suppose that was roughly what I was kind of hoping he wouldn't get 2-hit KO'd. Do I ever switch? Oh my god, do I ever switch to Claydol? Because Claydol's Shadow Ball will take out Gengar in one shot. Do I ever switch? Claydol's getting smacked by an Ice Punch. I should have switched on turn 1, perhaps. No, I think it's fine. Gengar doesn't get the high roll, and we KO. A nice White Herb, idiot. Golduck. Okay. It's a Scope Lens set, isn't it? Yeah, it's a cross chop set with no special attack IVs. So this will die to Megahorn. And it won't actually be able to kill Heracross. It will just die to Megahorn. Aerodactyl won't take out Heracross, I'm sure. Are we keeping Rapidash around? Are we keeping a 5 HP Rapidash? There's something in the back. And it's not a ghost, water, or poison type. Or it could be... No, it's fair. It's quite likely that Rapidash is useful. But Rapidash always has this problem of having to hit inaccurate moves. What I can do is if I double edge now, then Heracross doesn't have to use Mega Horn. Heracross can just Earthquake. I think that's way better. Yeah. We don't rely on inaccurate moves. It is Raichu. Okay. Yes, this isn't surviving Earthquake, obviously. And we get the Guts boost. So Claydol never ever loses this. It really, literally never loses, which is why I can be a bit cavalier in these decisions. And we're in another situation where Gengar is Gengar better than Rapidash lead? It is far. I do like the Destiny Bond. It is quite a lot weaker. Gen 3 Gengar. Do I like you? Do I actually want to pick you up? Let's see what the style. Okay, it's water, high risk. Water, high risk. No thanks. No thanks. Let's see what brings up. Okay, saying Blastoise 4, Kingdra 4. Okay, that makes sense. There are a lot of water types though, and so obviously a water type specialist is a mark against keeping Rapidash, and a mark for keep going for Gengar. I mean, Gengar has a great way of just trading with things. Lumberry, Destiny Bond is just so good. Yes, I think we're gonna take it. So Gengar. Wailord 4. This is a quick claw set with Fisher. Gengar is obviously immune to Fisher. I think so there's two lines to take this. We could just Destiny Bond. Obviously, Gengar doesn't feint to surf, but it does feint to surf. And Destiny Bond safely takes us out without Quick Claw getting in the way. I think we just trade Gengar. What is the point? What is the point of risking Heracross to a Fisher Quick Claw activation? Or Fisher. I don't think you can Fisher on the switch, because we are immune with Earthquake, with Levitate. Yeah, let's just take this out. And then we get a controlled entry point for Heracross, which is fine. Typhlosion, we're fast in Typhlosion, and it dies to Earthquake. And finally is Ludicolo. It's Ludicolo 4, which is one of those leech sets. I know that Megahorn obviously one-shots this. I'm just thinking if it makes any sense to do anything else. The problem is that Earthquake is not going to do enough damage. Earthquake will barely do. Earthquake's not going to do enough to bring it below 70% ever, so it just doesn't think. Even that, if there was an accurate move that could actually bring it below 70%, I'd use it. But I think we just have to Megahorn. Yeah, okay, we don't miss, that's fine. No type, high risk. I see no reason to pick up those. Ludicolo 4 is an interesting option, but like a lot of these stally sets on slightly more dubious Pokemon, it works way better as a 31 IV set than it does as a 3 IV set. It's just a massive impact on its ability to bulkily take hits. I'm quite happy with the Gengar lead, and I'm quite happy with the backline. Slowking 4. Okay. You have Quick Claw, I know you do. Here's the question, do I have to... I'm thinking, do I have to switch because Psychic will take out Gengar. I'm a bit scared of the Quick Claw Psychic. If I'm switching, I'm obviously switching to Claydol and then exploding with Claydol probably, because I'm not risking anything else. Psychic and Surf probably don't kill Claydol. I think I have to switch. Because losing Gengar would be so bad. Oh, I wish I had Ludicolo. Am I playing too negatively? That's the other question. Am I playing too negatively? Do I really trust the other two in a 2v2 situation? I suppose at least we know with no type. There's no Psychic in the back. That's good for Heracross. There's no Psychic in the back. It's unlikely to be a Water type in the back as well. So Heracross and Claydol have a pretty good type matchup. If Quick Claw Psychic happens, I'm going to have to... I suppose if Quick Claw... I was going to say I'm going to have to explode. I suppose in that situation, I would have to go for the Mega Horn. I think the switch risks too much. Okay, no Quick Claw. That's huge. Question is what we're bringing in. It's a riskless entry point for Heracross. Claydol can come in and can explode, I guess. I think the fact that Heracross can come in risklessly, I think that's a big point in its favour. Oh. That's why it was no type. Oh, it's Gen 3 is different. Oh, that's bad. Starmie 4 is a problem. Heracross probably survives Psychic. I do have Salac Berry. I could just endure. Get hit by Psychic, but then I have to hit my Mega Horn. I'm thinking also, what if I just switch? Should I just switch and explode? A max power reversal will drop Starmie. I could just switch and explode though. The problem with using Endure is that I still have to hit a Mega Horn. If I miss that Mega Horn, the game is over. Because this Starmie is going to beat Claydol at max health. Here's an even crazier idea. I could just Earthquake. Not because I outspeed. I outspeed after Salac. Yeah, the Psychic will be a roll against Heracross here. It's very uncomfortable. If it wasn't a roll, I could definitely just Earthquake. And if it was a roll, so if it wasn't a roll but I survived, I could Earthquake. If If it wasn't a roll because I died, I could endure reversal. The fact that it's so in the middle is the worst case scenario. So I guess it's Claydol. Is it Claydol? Claydol on the Surf? Oh, sorry, it's Claydol on the Psychic. And then I guess Claydol explodes. It's a Heracross 1v1. No idea what's in the back. Well, no idea. It's one of these because it's high risk. Oh god, what if it's Arcanine? But Heracross has Salac Berry. Heracross has the edge on a lot of these. Yeah, Heracross has Salac Berry. I think it's fine. I think we swap. We swap. Looking at the list, that list of Pokemon, we swap. It's a Spadef drop. It's 31. Oh my god, is a Spadef drop enough for... Is it enough for Ice Beam to kill Claydol? I didn't think about that. Oh, that'd be so bad. Can Claydol die to Ice Beam? Maybe. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can't send Heracross back in. That would be nuts. So I have to explode. Oh, please don't kill. Jesus, that was close. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, Heracross. What? Dodrio. So we are slower than this, and Drill Peck does kill Heracross. However, we have a move called Endure. And Reversal will definitely kill this. Yeah, it wasn't close, it was fine. Yeah, 1 HP Reversal. That's like way overkill on Dodrio. So I think Starmie 4 is a better lead than Gengar. Because we just have... It brings that offensive presence. Yeah, I think Starmie is better than Gengar. Let's see what the type... Water, Free-Spirited. I mean, Starmie's pretty good underwater. Yeah. I think Starmie is better than Gengar. I could also just chuck Claydol and say Claydol hasn't been doing it. Just take Claydol. So I could take Starmie over Claydol. Then we don't have any type overlap. Interesting option. Is it better? It might be better. Yeah, Gengar or Claydol? Gengar or Claydol? I think we drop Claydol. So I do think Gengar as a lead option is brings a lot more than what Claydol brings in the back. And Claydol's slow. I hate slow Pokemon. I'll take Starmie. Slaking. It's not the water. There's 2 water types in the back then. Slaking out first. I can't really come into Slaking. Flamethrower does too much to Heracross. Thunderbolt probably knocks out Starmie. Yeah, definitely can't come in on slaking. It could use any move here. I feel like it's massive safety overkill to Destiny Bond though, because I'm still running Lumberry. It would only be against crit. And if we're going to attack anyway, does the extra damage from Psychic matter? We could just go for a freeze. That would be nice. So it does yawn, but we have a Lumberry. Looking at damage, I'm a little bit concerned that we don't get the 4-shot. So let's go back to Psychic. It's to attack again, but we got a Spadef drop. I think Gengar can get it from here. Yes. And it's slow blow. Yeah, it's a quick claw set. I think we're in a very similar position where if we can get Destiny Bond off without quick claw, it's just fantastic and we win easily. I would rather keep Heracross in the back because going for the Endure strat is inherently a tiny bit risky. It's a little bit safer to lead with Starmie and see how much Heracross has to do. This is Quagsire. We don't need to worry about scouting, I don't think. We can just Ice Beam this. But they just like, yeah, that's fine though, because after Ice Beam and Earthquake, I'm sure it drops. Fifth match. No type, no phase, okay. I don't think I'm taking any of those. Slaking 4 is slightly mean tier. I do not have an idea about a Quag. I didn't have time to scout for Water Absorb. I don't think I'm going to swap now. Metagross 4. This is a quick claw set. And we die to all of its moves. Could also use Shadow Ball, so Starmie can't come in. Yeah, this is a bit scary. I think this time it really does matter if we get Destiny Bond off. We've been very lucky with Quick Claw this round. There's been a lot of cases where Gengar has had to avoid a Quick Claw and has done it. I'm thinking now what the better lead is. I mean, Starmie is just a better lead than Heracross in general. I'd rather Heracross be alive for a potential final 1v1 anyway. Flygon, that's lucky, that drops. And Walrein. So we'll 2-hit KO Walrein with Thunderbolt. And it runs Sheer Cold. So that's the risk, as well as Bright Powder Miss. After Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure Earthquake will drop it as well. So we just need to hit 2 moves, any 2 moves. Nice miss. Okay, Walrein's dead. Yeah, this Starmie is really good. I don't have many reservations. Flying type. Free Spirited. Altaria, Xatu, Gyarados, Crobat. I mean, the team is actually pretty good against flying. I don't think I could take Metagross 4. Is Metagross 4 better than Gengar? Have I had enough of Gengar using Destiny Bond and getting away with it? That's the question. Because Heracross can come in on an Earthquake. Starmie can come in on Fire moves. Most other things lose. But this Metagross 4 set, it's one of those 255 attack special attack sets. It's a bit of a meme. As Metagross sets come. Yeah. I don't Gengar's just a better lead. Gengar has Ice Punch for the flying types. I mean, Altaria gets destroyed by Gengar and by Starmie, obviously. Gyarados 4 is actually completely fine as well because it can't touch Gengar. Metagross doesn't really want to face Gyarados. Xatu doesn't matter. Xatu, again, easily handled by the team. I think we'll stick. I do not have enough respect for the max attack, special attack Metagross. Especially with the free IV penalty. I just think this Heracross beats so many things one-on-one. We just need to get off the Destiny Bond. It's the Gyarados that can't touch Gengar. Yeah. Return. Sorry, Frustration and Earthquake, obviously. So let's alternate between Psychic and Ice Punch, just in case something tries to switch in. This thing does run Resto Chesto. It'd be nice to get a Spadef drop. Crit works too. Crit works fine. Yeah, I forgot that Gengar was outsped after that Dragon Dance, but doesn't matter. Houndoom. Okay, well, we'll just trade for that. That's fine. What's the final mon? Any information? Altaria, Crobat, or Xatu? I'd want to sign in against all those. Okay, so Altaria. Psychic, Free Spirited. Whoops. Yeah, let's have a look. What appears? Xatu, Metagross, and a load of other Psychics. I mean, we don't like Metagross appearing very much, to be honest. Do we ever take a Gyarados lead? Gyarados with its 170 HP defense Spadef set, which really doesn't care about Metagross. I think that makes sense. It's pretty good against all these Psychics because it's just got such high Spadef. And it's got Resto Chesto. And also, it's a last battle. Why am I keeping my Gengar? Why am I keeping a Poison type? I'm already keeping Heracross, which is potentially doing nothing. Yeah, let's take the Gyarados. I guess I'm leaving myself open to electric coverage slightly, but yeah, there is Metagross. That tell me anything about what's in the back? Not really. Yeah, so this Metagross is going to drop to 2 Earthquakes. I'm just thinking, is there anything else to consider? I don't think it makes sense to Dragon Dance, just leave myself open to being crit. Let's get rid of this thing before it starts quick clawing the team. Yeah. Hypno. Well, you run Thunder Punch, I know you do. I don't think there's any point in healing, because if we can rest and activate Chesto Berry, but that just lets us get paralyzed or crit by Thunder Punch, and then we've achieved nothing. We might as well just attack. Frustration does slightly more damage than Earthquake. Does it matter that it does slightly more? It probably leaves it open to dying to Earthquake. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I think Heracross can get this with Earthquake. Tentacruel, goodbye Tentacruel. Round 8. So look, yeah. With 20 swaps, I'm a little bit low on the swap count, but it's fine. Yeah, let's keep going. No type, no phrase. Oh, Hypno, Earthwing, Houndoom. Ooh, Starmie. I do like me a 31 IV Starmie. It's the King's Rock set. This is okay. It's okay. It's got a very clear option on the lead for Starmie. I need to think about what's going to be in the back. It probably does. I do need to. Starmie is a not grass so much. Grass isn't. I don't really care about grass. The electric and dark, and slightly to a lesser extent the ghost type switch-ins. I need to think about these. I'm probably, yeah. So it's interesting, yeah. So what's my electric switch in then? Not going with Ampharos. Maybe the electric switch in is to let Starmie die. Maybe that's fine. Alternatively, I could just lead Aero. That's okay. Aero can get away with one of these stupid special attack, really investment sets. Yeah. Natural Cure as well, that's so good. Houndoom being early bird is fine. It's a little bit of a bot set, this one. It is clicking modest, big move. Do you think Overheat's gonna miss? Could just lead Earthwing. I'm caught between Houndoom and Aero, I think, for the final slot on the team. I think it's probably Houndoom. Yeah, I think I'm leaning Houndoom. And if I'm leading Houndoom, I don't want to lead with Urswing anymore. I think it's going to be Starmie, Houndoom, Urswing. Which means we're leaving behind Hypno, Ampharos, Aerodactyl. Don't tell me anything about the upcoming battle. It's a big load. I'm fine with running into most of those. There is potentially one line of logic here is that we leave Starmie in the bag for some of these actually. Houndoom's not a great lead though. It really is. It's forced out by so many things. Yeah, I'm not leading Houndoom. Okay. Clef. Give me the percentages. Which Clef is it? 4 is the most likely. But they're all kind of likely. I don't want... I mean, if it is 4, I don't want Houndoom to take a big mega kick. To be honest, the way I would play into all of these is almost the same. The bulkier sets are all defensive. Okay, so they all drop to Psychic then, if none of them are having Spadef. Let's see what it is. Mega Kick. That's Clef. What? That's Clef 4. So if Focus Band could activate, I don't care. Can't do anything about that anyway. Hello, Focus Band. We need a few more, and you don't get them. Aggron. I mean, most of these... Do any of the sets run enough Spadef? No, none of them do. So they all drop to 2 Thunderbolts then. Am I ever switching to any of these? No, they're all going to do too much damage. Okay, so they're all dropping to 2 Thunderbolts. And that's a quick claw, which means it's Aggron 4. Okay, so Starmie just... Oh my god! I was going to say Starmie just almost won the game, but... double quick claw with a crit on the second one. It definitely mattered. Okay, well there's no way I'm going to go into Houndoom. Because Houndoom will faint to Earthquake. And I don't want to lose another Pokemon to Quick Claw. So we'll just go an Earthquake with Ursaring. Golduck. It's a bit concerning actually. I'm a little bit worried about Golduck 3 and 4 cross chop. Because cross chop crit can get Urswing for sure. And Cross drop might not even need to crit to get Houndoom. Oh, this is so painful because Starmie defeated Golduck so easily. Starmie would have just one-shot it with Thunderbolt. I guess the Quick Claws made up for last round where Gengar kept dodging them. Okay, well, against all of these Pokemon, I want to do the same thing, which is bring them into crunch range. And none of them run bulk. So they all die to Facade and Crunch, I'm sure. At least that didn't crit. At least that didn't crit. Well, Houndoom was faster. So once the only concern there was crit cross chop. And then Houndoom doesn't get the KO and gets dropped to crit cross chop as well. Oh, Golduck 2 also runs it. Okay. It could have been any of them. No, we don't care. We're not taking any of those. I don't think it even matters what the phrase is. No type endurance. Interesting. So Vileplume is a little bit more like these 18%. I mean, 18% is not a lot really. Still quite low chance of running into it. I think I'd want. I wouldn't. I don't care for any of the things we just ran into for anything anyway. Espeon. So 3, 2, and 4 run no bulk. That means they probably dropped 2 Thunderbolt, and then 1 runs enough bulk that it won't die to 2 Thunderbolt. Against all of these, I kind of want to go Houndoom, just because Houndoom's crunch will drop them, and they haven't really got much recompense. Yeah, they can't really do anything to Houndoom. It's a male Espeon, do we care? It could attract, but it won't attract Starmie. Yeah. Obvious play, best play. I'm going to wish. That's Espeon 3, isn't it? Yeah. So it dies to Crunch, yeah. Okay. Goodbye. Marowak. So obviously Marowak definitely fates that overheat. There's no doubt about that. I'm just thinking right now if I want to click overheat or want to crunch. Because I'm so far ahead, is there any point in maintaining such a massive lead? Because what I could do, I could just crunch and then just psychic. Why risk the overheat miss? Starmie and Ursaring versus the last one, that's easily going to be a 90% matchup for those two. They're not going to lose that. It will have to be Starmie first, but I don't really care. Starmie's the lead anyway for a reason. Yeah, we're just going to crunch this. I'm not going to risk missing. That's insane. Because Starmie Ice Beam. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't actually see what movie he used. Never mind. It's dead anyway. What I was going to say was that Starmie's Ice Beam won't actually one-shot Marowak 1. It would one-shot the others, but if it was Marowak 1, that would be really bad. I'm looking at the damage of Crunch. I'm pretty sure that is Marowak 1. Because it just took way... It took way too little from Crunch. It must be Marowak 1, surely. It's Vileplume. It's funny, Vileplume is on top of the list at the start. Does that tell us our set? Okay, it's not Vileplume 3. That makes sense. We don't anything else? I'm pretty sure Vileplume. Well, Vileplume 1 and 4 will drop to Psychic for sure. Vileplume 2 might survive Psychic, so let's see what it is. Okay, it is Vileplume 2. Oh, come on. Are you joking? That's insane. We do have Guts. Okay, let me just think about this. So after... Because it can Toxic. It's Vileplume 2. Okay, so after Toxic with Guts, we will kill with Facade. No matter what. Does that mean we just attack? Because before... We are faster before it uses anything. This is to say, so if it uses Giga Drain, what do I want to do here? I think I want to... Do I want to bulk up? I think so. I think one bulk up and then attack. So it's either one bulk up or it's 3 bulk ups, I think. One of those two. Let's attack. It hasn't got that many evasion boosts. Don't do this to me. Okay, we mega kill you. Okay, good. Oh my god, Vileplume 2 beating a full health Starmie. What the hell? Oh my god, Vileplume 2 beating Starmie 4. He's bit on the street. I don't want Marowak 1. I don't want any of those. Registeel. Yeah, so Registeel. Let me just bring up the stats and see what's up. Registeel 2 is most likely. But they're pretty even. It would use Thunderbolt. If it is Registeel 4, I don't really want to bring Houndoom in. Yeah, Registeel 4 is going to Thunderwave. The problem with Registeel 4 is, of course, that Thunderbolt will do so little damage to it. Yeah, if it's Registeel 4, we're looking at a 5-hit KO probably with Thunderbolt. No, it's got leftovers, hasn't it? Well, we're looking at a 6 or a 7-hit KO then. A lot of these are similar in the fact that there's only... They all run bulk. Okay. Well, the least bulky is... The least specially bulky is set 2. Only 170 HP. We might be able to 4-hit KO that. But if we can 4-hit KO with Thunderbolt, then we can definitely OHKO it with Overheat. This could also be an opportunity to set up Ursaring. However, I'm not sure how much I really like that. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I really like that. Ursaring will be taking chip damage. Urswing doesn't really want to set up on the... Urswing doesn't want to play the Swagger mind games either. And even though Urswing is Guts, it doesn't really want to be hit by Toxic from Registeel 5 either. Let's say Registeel 5 uses Toxic, then Substitute. Urswing is taking quite a lot of damage. It's true that Houndoom also takes damage, but Houndoom doesn't care quite as much because Houndoom exists on the fringe of just being able to do damage. It's got Curse. Okay, that's Registeel 1. We will kill Registeel 1 with Overheat for sure. Not anymore, we won't. Ah, oh, Houndoom. Why couldn't you hit that move? It's okay. It's not going to evade. We should be able to hit 2 evade. That's so bad. I think we need to go Urswing then. Because I think it's going to rest. Wait, do we really want to go Urswing then? I think we want to go Sunny Overheat surely first. So it's used 2 Curse, 2 Amnesia. Oh, I'm going to lose. I refuse to lose to some random Registeel. It's going to rest. We're at -1, aren't we? Yeah. Wait, -2. And it's at +4. Sorry, no, are we? We missed one. We overheat. If we missed one, overheat, White Herb, hit 1. So we're at -2. I've forgotten. Yeah, we're -2. The sun is up, and it's at +4. I think overheat will kill actually. You've got to be joking. Oh my god. Okay, well, we have to Urswing then. Match its boosts. Make it use rest again. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, let's Earthquake just so it's forced to rest. I think we can maybe get the 2-hit KO. That's fine, because we definitely get it now. Okay, Crisis averted. And we'll use Facade on the last one to protect Earthquake PP just in case. So it comes in, but we're at +4. We definitely kill this. And I don't care about finding out what it was. Tauros comes in, lowers our attack, but we kill at +3. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, those overheats. Overheat misses. That was so bad. At least it didn't... Yeah, well, it could have been worse, I guess. Maybe it could have been worse. No type, high risk. No type, high risk. Okay. This is one of those things. You don't want to get baited. I don't want to get baited into taking Registeel. Another option is I could take Tauros. Is Tauros better than Ursaring? I don't know which Tauros it is. I actually cleared it, so I can't find out which Tauros it is either. Well, they could have maybe told me the probabilities. Tauros does run Intimidate. I mean, this isn't a particularly bulky team, though. That doesn't preclude the idea that Intimidate is worth it. we sticking to the high IV Pokemon? I mean, let's take a look. I know Ursaring is random IVs. But what are we looking at? So good, very good HP. Okay attack, good defense. Very good special attack, which is quite funny. And pretty good Spadef and pretty good speed. We're quite a few points below what we should be, but 71 is pretty good. I think 91. We're missing 8. Oh, we should be at 75 speed, yeah. We should be at 75 Spadef as well. Ursaring's pretty good. I mean, these IVs are pretty good. It's a pretty big advantage over Tauros, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep. Do I want to bring... Do I want to bring Registeel in? I don't think so. I don't like these Registeel sets very much. It seems like you can set up, but I always concerned at how much damage a crit does. And there's no protection against crits. There's no substitute. I mean, even in Tower, I don't like Registeel that much. Yeah, we're not going to swap. We're just going to go with the flow. Arrow. Well, we should be faster than most of these. They'll obviously, all of them will die. We're faster than all of them. Okay, yeah. So they all die. It doesn't matter. They're all dead. Yeah, they're all dead. Snorlax. That's not as good news. Yeah, there's a lot of Snorlax sets, obviously. What I want to do, it's... For it to switch in, it's probably wanting Shadow Ball. That doesn't tell me very much, just tells me it's probably not Snorlax 2. So it's probably using Shadow Ball here. Does that mean I want to bring... Oh no, because... No, it could run out a big normal move. That's possible. In that case, maybe I want to... no. I don't think... Oh no, I think... I don't even know if it's Thick Fat. It could survive. And take very little from the Houndoom. The safest thing to be would be stay in, do some damage, try and disincentivize a defensive play. If it's one of these top sets, all of these top sets, they all run no bulk, especially. Psychic will do more than 30% of all these sets, I'm sure. These sets would take quite a lot less. I probably wouldn't push it over the 70% boundary, so I'm probably not forcing a Resto Chesto with Starmie if I Psychic. At the same time, this Belly Drum set is so fucking scary. I will, if it does use Belly Drum, I will 2-hit KO it. I guess Snorlax 8 is so scary that I do have to just Psychic. That's a huge crit. That did so much. At the same time, it didn't actually do that much, I guess. Whoops. Anyway, let's try to put in Curse. I think that's a Spadef set. Yeah, it's not set 4, it's set 7 or 2. Okay, so 7 is a lot more likely than 2, apparently. After Curse, I mean, Ursaring is going to drop dead to Hyper Beam. Houndoom probably dropped dead to Hyper Beam before Curse, anyway. This thing is probably going to kill something. I think it's fine if it kills Starmie. Because we've seen a rock type, we've seen a flying type. There's probably not a rock, flying, or normal type in the back. Starmie's of limited use at this point. It's a fine trade. Hyper Beam. Okay, so we get confirmation that it is Snorlax 7. Because it's Quick Claw though, we can't mess around with it. I think we just send something in and kill it. Yeah, let's just send Houndoom in. And what's last? we got typed again. It's a normal flying type, of course. So Starmie would have been useful. Obviously, Starmie's dead. I'm thinking this is a Resto Chesto set, but I don't care. This will. If this is a Resto Chesto, I don't care. If it's an Endure set, I think I do care. Does Crunch just kill them all, though? We fast ignore them, and I think Crunch kills them all. Yeah. None of them want any bulk. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm very glad I didn't have to mess around with the Flail Salax set, because that would have done a lot of damage. No type, high risk. Snorlax 7 is a pretty good set. I have no idea which Aerodactyl it was, but apparently it's more likely to be the Choice Band one. I do like the Choice Band one. I don't know if the Snorlax was thick fat. If it was, I think I want it. I don't know. I think I'd rather stay with the safety of Ursaring, which is a pretty good Pokemon. Because Ursaring manages to have a... Well, it is a reduced defensive presence, but it doesn't have to rely on Hyper Beam. And Bulk Up is way better than Curse. Yeah, I don't think I'm swapping. Fearow. Well, you are going to die. But let's see what Buddy says. Thunderbolt is going to kill every Fearow. In fact, probably Psychic kills every Fearow. Yeah. So none of these do anything. It's mildly interesting to note that it's probably Fearow 1 or 4. Okay. Sure. I'm pretty sure Psychic kills, but I'm not confident enough to click it. Lissy. But wait, we know it's no type. So that means the final Mon has to be a flying type, doesn't it? Yes, it's got to be a flying type. And we don't know which Blissey is, but it's probably Blissey 4. It might be Blissey... Or, yeah, it could be any others. It's probably Blissey 4, apparently. The worst case would definitely be Blissey 4, Blissey 3. I think against this, I've got to go to Ursaring and start putting the pressure on. It's the only safe thing to do. Yeah, I don't think there's any choice to be made here, really. I'm so far behind if it... Oh, it's Seismic Toss, it's Blissey 2. Against Blissey 2. It's we're opposite. We're the same gender, I mean. We can't attract. It could sing. That's so annoying. I think we just need to get our damage onto it now. I think it's forced into healing. Is it? No, it's not. Ooh, come on. This is probably a roll. Come on. That's fine. I'll trade that. That's fine. It's Gyarados in last. We knew it was a flying type last. Do we know anything about its set? I mean, it's almost definitely going to die to Starmie, but do we want to know anything? Oh, this makes it fearful. Interesting. Okay. We want to do damage on our way out. It's going to attack no matter what here. Earthquake. Starmie come in. So it's 3 or 4. 3 could use Thunder and a Quick Claw. And it's dead. Blissey 2 is an interesting choice. Do I want to take it? The thing is that the team is weak to physical attackers anyway. Houndoom and Starmie struggle with them, and I mean, Ursaring doesn't have a huge preference because although it is running bulk up, it's a slow bulk up. It still does take too much damage from physical attack. Blissey just makes this problem slightly worse, if anything. Got to remember it's a pre-IV Blissey. It's only got 52 defense. Could take Gyarados. Don't know which set it is. I should have paid attention. I should have paid attention to how much Facade did. No, we didn't use Facade. No, I'm sorry. No, he used Earthquake. I didn't miss anything. That's fine. Yeah, let's. No type, slow and steady. Okay. Slow and steady does slightly. I suppose the thing is, slow and steady is also good for bulk up potentially. I want to keep Houndoom around. I really thought I'd get rid of Houndoom. We could take Blissey. I'm not opposed to running 2 normal types because we do double up on the fighting weakness, but there's a big but. Houndoom is already weak to fighting, and Starmie is very good against fighting types. It would maybe be more responsible to just take Blissey over Ursaring. Yeah, I think I do trust Blissey more than Ursaring. Because this special attackers are stopped so hard by this. And physical attackers are often a little bit weaker on the special side. They probably drop to Overheat and Crunch and Psychic and Thunderbolt and whatever. Ampharos. Ampharos 2 is a big problem. So yeah, these 3 Ampharos all speed Tyre of Blissey. which is okay. I think I have to go Blissey. I can't lose Starmie. And Houndoom takes way too much. Houndoom probably doesn't even one-shot this with Overheat anyway, since Ampharos has good base special defense. Let's see what it is. It is set 1. That was the most likely, apparently. So we're actually faster than set 1, which means we definitely want to get the sub up, I think. Do you want to sing? Yeah, so we get the faster sub up. It's going to be stuck trying to use Thunderwave for a while. I think I can go for the Sing and then attack after Sing hits. That'll provide some cover for using Seismic Toss into static. Let's have a look, actually. Is this... It is natural kill, that's great. So we did get static. That's probably okay. It's probably... I mean, it might be Blissey's last turn in. We'll see. Latios should be fine. I think what we want to do against this probably is put it to sleep and switch. The most dangerous sets are obviously the ones with Dragon Dance. So we don't want to be Latios 7 really. Any of the others are fine. If it is Latios 7, if it is Latios 7, that does become a problem after a single Dragon Dance. If it is Latios 7, I'd want to sing it anyway because it's probably going to Thunderwave. It's probably going to Dragon Dance. If a Dragon Dance is on a switch, could be in huge trouble. Yeah, I'd want to sing Latios 7 anyway. It's Dragon Claw. Don't actually know how much damage it did. But it's not Latios 7. The next Dragon Claw is going to break the sub. Yeah, Latios 5 might not break the sub, but the others all will. I think I want to have a sub up. It's Dragon Clawed again. So it's probably not Latios 5, it's probably one of the others. Let's go for the Sing. We could even go for the Attract, actually. Let's go for the Attract. I should have done this earlier. And at this point, Blissey can probably 1v1 it. So Latios, with only a free IV, is going to be under 150. It will die to this Seismic Toss. I'd like to win with a sub up, but I'm not going to. That's fine. Victory Bell. I don't actually know which set that was. It's fine. I don't actually like Latios as much as other Gen 3 players do, I think. Do I care about any of these? I think I just want to attack them all, right? And get a potentially free switch in for a teammate. On my way out, I'd quite like to sing though, I guess. No cigar. That's fine. Psychic will definitely kill you. It had Ingrain and it had Sludge Bomb. Does that tell me anything about Latios? It makes it equally likely for them all. Yeah, I don't care. It's not Latios free actually. That would have Earthquaked. And Latios 1 would have probably used Psychic on those turns, because there's an overlapping damage roll on Dragon Claw and Psychic, but not much. So it's probably 4 or 6. And I do not have a huge amount of love for 6 in particular. Wait, was it Healing from Shellbell? I forgot. I don't want it anyway. No type, no phrase. If I was going to take Latios, if I was going to take it, go over Pounding probably. I mean, it's never Ampharos, it's never Victory Belt. It would only be Latios, which would be under serious consideration. I don't want to give up Starmie though. I'd be going to the last battle then with 2 free IV Pokemon, and feels a bit silly. The more I think about it, the more I like sticking. I don't like taking on any additional risk. Why bother? Vince and his Whiscash. Whiscash 2 and 1 are the most likely by a fair margin. That makes sense because these others are triggering the Oko phrase. A little bit annoying actually. I don't really want. I wouldn't love Blissey to come in on an Adamant Earthquake. I also don't really want Starmie to stay on Spark. But the thing is that this Starmie is Natural Cure, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this Starmie is Natural Cure. So... I think it's fine. If Spark paralyzes Starmie, and it is Whiscash 2, I can just switch to Blissey. Against 4 and 3, that could, if they're possible, they would potentially Fissure. And if that happens, something's dying anyway. And it's okay if it's Starmie. I'd rather it be something else, but it's okay if Starmie. Starmie would at least get a Psychic off. And Psychic should 2-shot Whiscash. Whiscash 1 and Whiscash 3 might... Whiscash 1 and 3 would take quite a bit less from Psychic, I guess. But we'll see what it is. Future Sight, so that's Whiscash 2. Yeah, let's get rid of it, I think. Crobat. Well, Crobats might be faster, but it's going to die to the Psychic. Yes, the 169 speeds are obviously faster because the Starmie is 167. They all faint. What would be most annoying? It would be Crobat 4 using Confuse Ray. I guess Crobat 3 could also crit. with Shadow Ball. That would be annoying. I go Blissey against any of these. I mean, I don't really want to go Blissey into a Sludge Bomb. I think we are going to click the obvious move. Shadow Ball, and it did big damage. I think that, yeah, it was 4-3. We don't know which one. It's Ninetales in last. I'd actually forgotten about Future Sight, but it's fine. And Ninetale, I don't think is ever going to beat Blissey. Let me just double check before I recklessly attack. Yeah, the attract doesn't do anything. Body Slam, Paralysis, perhaps. Confuse Ray. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else is going to happen. So it's Flamethrower, so it's set 1. That's fine. It's not going to survive. Oh, yes. That was hardly successful. We're going to stop at some point. So we went from 28 to 56. There was a few nervous moments. The Registeel double miss concerned me slightly. It was okay in general. I think it wasn't that close really. The thing about Gen 3 Factory, which is very different to Gen 4, is that so many battles are just not close, and that you just win. Starmie losing to Vileplume was funny. That was really funny actually. I enjoyed that. Starmie losing to Vileplume. God, that was so stupid. Starmie falling into Vileplume too. Yeah. I don't think... I really think the Gen 3 Factory crew should be able to get 200. It seems very plausible. Am I going to do one more speed round? It's Noland free in next round, so maybe I want to pay a bit more attention in round 9 singles. Yeah, I think we'll park it there. I'm just saving the state, saving the game. Cool. I think that's everything. I'll pick this up at some point in the future. I'll probably go back to Castle for a bit, but I'll pick this up again at some point in the future, because 56 win streak is considerable. My record of 87 was from a number of years ago. I didn't know about the comp or anything else. It's mostly just playing Mons. So I think I could break that. It would be nice to break 100. I think really my Gen 3 record should be better than my Gen 4 record, but I'm in no great hurry to necessarily rectify that. I'm slightly more interested in Gen 3 doubles potentially, although I also need to revisit Gen 4 doubles. So yeah, a few things got planned, but this was a good session today.